Sales of gun silencers have exploded recently, and a new initiative led by an Arizona congressman would make them easier to get.
Supporters of silencers and the legislation say that the devices help protect the hearing of hunters, but not everybody is buying that. Andrew Hasbin explains.
They have a reputation, glorified in gangster films and under strict regulation since the organized crime era of the 1930s. But silencers, or suppressors as they're officially called, are selling like never before.
It's been insane.
Out of his home in the East Valley, Bruce Stevens sells all kinds of silencers. He's a licensed gun dealer and does most of his business online through his website, MrSilencer.com.
I think that in every man's mind there's still the James Bond, mindset but it's actually very, very safe. It makes guns more accurate.
He sometimes takes his customers shooting in the desert, showing them the difference between shooting without a suppressor and with one. You can hear it. The difference is obvious. Having the suppressor on reduces the sound by at least tenfold.
Without the suppressor, even with the earmuffs on, you can feel that in your face. You can feel the shock wave. You can feel your hair move.
Stevens guides customers through the complicated process of buying a silencer. To get one, an aspiring owner has to be fingerprinted, and the local sheriff has to sign off on it. And that registered owner is the only person who can legally use the silencer. Or you can buy it in a trust, a process that takes months.
Buying with a trust gives someone not only legal protection, but it allows them to use it as a family or a group of friends to own NFA weapons and share them legally.
But the feds are changing the rules later this year, requiring more information about everyone involved in a trust, and now sales are skyrocketing.
And at that point, the firestorm happened, the floodgates opened up. Every suppressor available in any store in the country basically disappeared within a month. It's no fun anyway to wait 5 or 6 months, but now to have to drag your whole family down and have them fingerprinted and to take photographs of them and subject them all to a background check, that just makes it even more difficult to a process that's already kind of silly.
Arizona Congressman Matt Salmon is working to change how silencers are sold. He's sponsoring a bill in Congress known as the Hearing Protection Act.
I've been shooting with suppressors for a while, and I do so because I've lost a lot of my hearing over the years.
Salmon's bill, which he says has bipartisan support, would allow someone to buy a silencer just like you would buy a brand new gun.
You have to buy them from a gun dealer, and you have to go through the same background check that people that buy guns from gun dealers would go through. Suppressors are used for training purposes. I can't see a person buying one so they can go on some kind of a crime spree. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Salmon points out that a very small percentage of gun-related crimes involve silencers, but opponents say that may be because they're so regulated.
Loosening that regulation, of course, will put them out on the secondary market and make them far more available for people who maybe does not have such good intent with their firearms.
Jerry Hill founded Arizonans for Gun Safety. She believes the effort to loosen regulations is simply profits over public safety.
We've been blowing lead balls through the air with gunpowder for over 500 years now, okay? And now all of a sudden in the last 20, 30 years, the sound of gunfire has become this major public health issue that we need to address. And once again, this is a solution looking for a problem.
But Matt Salmon maintains silencers have gotten a bad rap.
I just think that at the time they were kind of misunderstood. In fact, many countries today require when you hunt that you use suppressors because of the noise issue.
Salmon's legislation has a ways to go before it has any chance of becoming law. In the meantime, Bruce Stevens' silencer business
I've literally sold 4 times as many as I have last first quarter of last year.
Shows no signs of slowing down. I'm Andrew Hasbin, Fox 10 News.
So Matt Salmon's bill is still winding its way through Congress. The latest numbers from ATF in the meantime show that silencer sales jumped 40% from 2014 to 2015, and those numbers are expected to rise.